Welcome to an introduction to Parcel, which is going to be a hopefully rather short introduction split up in 5 episodes. Let's see how that works. There's a GitHub repository associated to this one. I'm going to put a link for you somewhere. So before we get started, let's take a look at what Parcel is, why we need it, and how it kind of works. So the official documentation for the project is parceljs.org. This is what we get. A blazing fast zero configuration web application bundler. So let's dive into that one and see how much of it we understand. Blazing fast, I get that. Zero configuration means that it's a tool that we don't have to do a lot of crazy stuff to get it working. And then web application bundler. What the heck is that? Well, modern JavaScript, modern CSS, modern web development in general has gotten crazy. It is not uncommon to start a project, import 200 megabytes of JavaScript, code your stuff, and then when you're done, you cannot ship 200 megabytes of JavaScript. You're not using like a quarter of it, like 100th of it. So a web application bundler takes various JavaScript files, merges them into one. If we are lucky, it performs some tree shaking where it sort of shakes the code and see what falls off, so we don't have unused code. And out of the box, Parcel.js gives us this. It's blazing fast. At least that's what they claim. Bundling, that was a part about taking all this code and putting it into a single file so download is faster. It can bundle all of our assets. It says JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. That also means it will minify it for us. So a CSS file has a certain size. Imagine you remove all line breaks. Now the file is smaller, which means it downloads faster. Parcel has got us covered. It can automatically transform our code. That means we don't even have to write HTML, CSS, and JavaScript anymore. We can write TypeScript instead of JavaScript. We can write PUC instead of HTML. We can write Sass instead of CSS and stuff like that. We don't need a lot. Basically, it does a lot for us. It provides code splitting. We're not going to dive into that one, but basically you can take your JavaScript code and then you can tell Parcel to split it so it becomes several small files that we only download when we need them. That's a big improvement. It gives us hot module replacement. Remember live server? Live server is exactly that, a live server. Hot module replacement means that, hey, you only change this part of the code, then I'm only going to update this part of the UI. That works pretty well. It can be a bit annoying. And then apparently they provide friendly error logging. Yeah, I guess they do. So this is what it is. It's kind of why we need it. We need to be able to work with NPM modules and crazy stuff. We're going to put that in a later theme, I guess. But for now, let's see how we get up and running. See you in the next one.